ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ Thank you very much for coming. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ I learned that ਕਾਫੀ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੇ ਹਜੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਆਏ right away ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕਦਮ ਅਪਾਰਟਮੈਂਟ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਜੌਬ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਸਕੂਲ ਚੱਲੀਏ ਸਮਾਨ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਅੱਜ ਤੱਕ ਬੱਚੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਮਿਲੇ ਸੀ they said no one's even greeted us and welcomed us to Canada. So let the Khalsa A team be the first to welcome all the international students. We want to see the best from you. We want to see success from you. We want to see you guys be part of the community, the Sikh community, the Brampton community, the Ontario Canadian community. Because it's not one community that makes a strong fabric, right? It's a woven fabric of communities working together for a stronger country. One of the things that we want to see from Khalsa Aid, from our students, is seva. It's a simple thing. Inni vaddi gal ta nahi hegi, right? Aake langar pani chkhona, right? Maharaj de ithe je tusi kar sakde ho kirtan, tabla, ਪਾਠ ਵੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਵਧੀਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆ ਕੇ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਗਰੁੱਪਸ ਹੈਗੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਇੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਹੈਵ ਆਲ ਦ ਜਥੇਬੰਦੀਜ਼ ਆਲ ਆਫ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਜਥੇਬੰਦੀਜ਼ ਇੱਥੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ you will find whatever connections that you need here in the Toronto Brampton area. So I want to encourage you all to find a way to take part. Always find sangat. Always have that sangat. ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਦੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਆ ਸੌਖੀ ਗੱਲ ਆ ਰਾਈਟ ਆ ਜਾਓ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮਾੜੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਨਾ ਲਿਆਓ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚੰਗੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਲਿਆਓ find nice sangat. But it's not that often somebody says to you ਕੋਈ ਸਤ ਸੰਗਤ ਲੱਭਿਓ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਤ ਸੰਗਤ ਕੈਸੀ ਜਾਣੀ ਹੈ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਇੱਕੋ ਨਾਮ ਵਖਾਣੀ ਹੈ This is one of the biggest things in our community ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਨਾਮ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ right we don't talk about it too much but really ਜਿਹੜੀ God's name ਆਪਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ 'ਚ but ਜਿਹੜੀ ਨਾਮ ਦੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ this should be a regular part of our thought process. What does oneness mean? What does it mean to serve? What does it mean to better improve myself? The presentation I have prepared, I'm double-minded about it. And I'll tell you why. Lately, Khalsa Aid's been under a lot of pressure. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ When we do more in Punjab, our bank accounts get frozen. 1.5 ਲੱਖ ਆਪਣੇ ਪਾਉਂਡ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਤੋਂ ਹਰ ਮਹੀਨਾ 250 ਸ਼ਹੀਦ families are supporting every month. Without delay, they get their money deposited directly into their accounts for their daily life. ਜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਘਰ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ we don't even ask ਕਿਉਂ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ we go ask and say ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਘਰ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ If someone says, Mera husband, pati, he's committed suicide. They have a whole farm, 3 acres, 4 acres, they have to farm now. They come to Khalsa Aid for support. We don't put them in a loan, we don't put them in debt. We say, Thonu ki chahida? They say, we need a tractor, we get them a tractor. We need a cow, we get them cows. Seeds, fertilizer, kende chahidi hai. We set up sevadars to support them. ਆਪਣੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗਰੀਬ ਲੋਕ ਆ they break their legs. They have ਇੱਥੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ in Canada you need health insurance, right? If you don't know about health insurance, please see me or please see anybody from PCHS. Health insurance in Canada is very important. Because I can promise you right now, you don't get health insurance in India the way you get it here. In India, we're picking up kids off the streets. In India, not just here, but in India. They've broken their legs. They have no health insurance. Family can't afford to send them to the hospital. ਫਿਰ ਕਿਹਨੂੰ phone ਕਰਦੇ ਆ? Right? When there's no funding from the family, no funding from their friends, who can they look out to? They reach out to Khalsa Aid. Hundreds and thousands of cases we're looking after And then people are saying, Khalsa kush nahi karde Punjab de vich. $7 lakh ਇੱਥੇ ਗਏ to support the farmers' protest. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੁਛ ਕਰਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ. We set up all these malls, all these tents. ਕਰਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ? So that's what I was supposed to tell you, and that's what I was supposed to expand on. But the real thing I want to tell you is, last night at the Wilkinson shelter, our police officers they know the shelter very well. Last night I got called to go to this police shelter, to this Wilkinson shelter. It's a youth shelter. It's a homeless shelter for men. I got a phone call from apne Jindi Paji. He was saying, can you go check out the shelter? Apna munda hega utte. This is not the first time we've gotten this call. Apne Gursevik jande hai regularly. Apne Jashan Paji jande hai, Prince jande hai. Kal koi sare maine pata si sare busy si aaj the program karke. So I went and I checked on the munda. I can't show you his picture, but an smart-looking young man, beautiful dastar banni hone, looks really, and perfect Instagram moment. Main kal jaake dekhe shakal doesn't even look the same. He looks like he was maybe 35, 40 years old. This is not one case. This is happening over and over again. It's not his fault. It's because he didn't know who to ask for help. We are here today to tell you that you have an entire community to support you, to help you. You have access to resources from police to fire. You have all sorts of support systems, but I've heard students are afraid to use them. They're afraid to call the police when there's abuse in the house. They take out the batteries with the fire alarm because apna tadka kharab ho jana. And then all these unnecessary fires are happening. I don't want to take their thunder away. They'll come and they'll speak about these kind of problems. But the reason we're sharing this information with you, because we want to see you be successful, be strong, be a part of our community. That when the next wave of students come, you're standing here and you're telling them how to be successful. Hana? The jacket, it's nothing for us to give this to you. People think, why are you giving it for free? It's not free. It's an investment, right? I buy IBM stock, I expect it to appreciate in value. When we support our international students, we expect value, not just for yourselves, but for the entire community, overall community, not just for the Punjabi Sikh community, overall community. Wherever you are, we want you to be a part of that community. Weave into that community, but don't lose your identity. Be proud that you are Sikhs. Be proud that you have a Punjabi culture. Be proud of this. And never take a lesser choice. If an employer says, cut your hair, get another job. If an entire province says you can't practice being a police officer, you can't practice being a doctor, you can't be a teacher in this province, leave the province. Even better, stand up and fight against that province. Lead the charge. We are so happy to have this many international students here to join our community, because these kind of injustices should not exist in Canada. It is your voices that we need to hear to stop these injustices. So I want to make sure that whatever access that you guys have, it makes you stronger, better. We want to see you standing here. We want to see you doing Simran and Kirtan here. We want to see you taking Hukamnama here. That's why there's all these great organizations outside to support you, to make sure nobody takes advantage of you. We want to make sure that if you have a problem, you're not afraid to reach out. There are great community resources, not just the ones that are here, there are many really good, strong community resources. This is just a few that we trust. So please take advantage of these resources. Go to their booths. When you see them, talk to them, ask them. Because I don't want it. I want to give you the power now to be better rather than have Jazz, Gursevik, and all these people pick you up from shelters. Bada dil do. It's so saddening. Imagine being your mom, imagine your parents in India, seeing your face lying in a shelter. Why? You have the opportunity to have support now. Get the support now. Don't wait until you're in the shelter. Be strong now. Learn. Find a mentor. Do good business. Build a business. Don't make $100,000. Make $1 million. Don't make $1 million. Make $10 million. Eh na socho kidda hoga. Socho kidda karna hai. Make the plan. Whatever it is that you want to do in life, figure it out. What do I want to do? What excites me? What makes me feel good? Build a plan around it. Look into it. Research it. I'm going to single out one Panji now. Kal mainu message bhejya. She typed it to me. Kende Paji, sacha soda da address kiya. If you were able to type the message to me, what is the sacha soda's address? वो Google च नहीं पा सकते. There are all sorts of resources at your fingertips. It's fine, she asked, but use other resources. Use as many resources that are available to you. I always turn to Baba Google. Dekhiye ki kehta Baba ji. I pull out whatever information I can, I use that, I build on that. My job is finance. I'm always on different finance sites. I'm always speaking to different financiers. I'm always into the finance community. That's where I learn from. If you're going to go into trucking, if you're going to go into other type of business, if you want to go into immigration consulting, if you want to build homes, construction, if you want to become a political science, if you want to go to health science, find those communities, connect with those communities, get involved with that kind of community, and I promise you, you will be successful. Success is just having a goal, taking action. If you fail, find another way to take action. If you still fail, find another way to take action. It doesn't mean you Google once till hona nahi hona. Make the effort. I promise you all. Success in Canada is easy, but it is so hard because it requires so much mental strength. It requires you to have spiritual strength. It requires you to be part of a group to support you. You don't have family here. Most of you don't have your mom and chacha. You don't have your mom, dad. You don't have your brothers, sisters, right? I grew up here. I had all my mom and chacha. I had my parents. They were here to support me. That's why I'm saying use these support networks, use these groups. Come join Khalsa Aid. Join the groups that are outside. Join other groups, whatever groups that you feel that will give you support, join those groups. This is the number one message, Sangat. Even better than that Sangat is finding Sat Sangat. The last thing I want to say is, this time that we have on this earth is very small. A lot of our kids are going into drugs. A lot of our kids are going, I mean, we all know, I know, we're all looking for Instagram moments. Your best moments in your life will be when you can share it with your friends. The best moments is when you can encourage someone, hey, this is what happened, this is how I did it. That'll be your best moment. Find a group, join a group, be successful. Ehi apni choti gal hai. I have a much longer presentation, but to be honest, this is the most important message. If you find yourself at any type of position where you need support, Khalsa Aid is here, PCHS is here, Peel Police will support you. Please use these resources that are at your fingertips. If you're being exploited at your work, there are resources to help you. If there's anyone that says Khalsa Aid is not doing enough in Punjab, you give them my number. If anybody says Khalsa Aid needs to do more in Punjab, you give them my number. Because I don't know any other organization that does as much. Je haiga, tell me. We'll support them too. Polchuk maaf. If I've said anything to offend anybody, I do apologize. Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh.